Today I'm going to talk about the power of rest. Yesterday, in front of us, on the back of the truck, it said the Lord's Day on one side, and on the other side it said Isaiah 58:13. So naturally, I'm going to Google, what does Isaiah 58:13 say? God says, if you keep your feet from breaking the Sabbath and from doing as you please on my holy day, if you call the Sabbath a delight and the Lord's Day honorable, and if you honor it by not going your own way, and not doing as you please, or speak idle words, then you will find your joy in the Lord, and I will cause you to ride in triumph on the heights of the land and to feast on the inheritance of your father Jacob. The Sabbath means day of religious observance and abstinence from work, or ceasing from work. I was thinking how when God created the whole earth, it says on the seventh day he rested. Even God, the creator, who worked. First day, he was very diligent. Picture his design of working. I'm going to create this on the first day, on the second day, and on the third day, and the fourth day. So he was a God who works. He's not lazy. I love that about my husband Ian. He's a worker. Want to do something? He says, okay, let's go. We're going to do it. We're going to execute. We take tips of advice online from all these entrepreneurs, right? Scroll online and you see all these men and women who really, in their own right, have become successful. A lot of them. And so they give these little tips on success. Well, I was thinking, looking at God, who is a master craftsman and creator of literally everything, I think it's safe to say we can trust his success track record. You see someone like, that's been around for X amount of years, they have a little weight to what they're talking about. They didn't just pop up overnight. Thank God we can put some trust in how he works. And now let's model after that, right? The seventh day he rested from all his work. The old reset button. Even our phones, go. And what happens when they start slowing down and glitching? What's the first thing a cell phone representative tells you to do? Restart your phone. There's an age-old story about the story of the two woodcutters. Once upon a time, there were two woodcutters named Peter and John. One day, they decided to hold a competition to determine the winner. The rules were simple. Whoever produced the most wood in a day wins. So next morning, both of them took up their positions in the forest and started chopping away in their fastest possible speed. This lasted for an hour before Peter suddenly stopped. When John realized that there was no chopping sound from his opponent's side, he thought, aha, he must be tired already. And he continued cutting down the trees with double the pace. A quarter of an hour passed and John heard his opponent chopping again. John was starting to feel weary when the chopping from Peter stopped once again. Feeling motivated and smelling victory close by, John continued on with a smile on his face. This went on the whole day. Every hour, Peter would stop chopping for 15 minutes while John kept going relentlessly. So when the competition ended, John was absolutely confident he would take the triumph. But to John's astonishment, Peter had actually cut down more wood. How did that ever happen? How could you have chopped down more trees than me? I heard you stop working every hour for 15 minutes, exclaimed John. Peter replied, well, it's really simple. Every time I stopped work, while you were still chopping down trees, I was sharpening my axe. The world will tell you, work, hustle, gotta hustle hard. No days off. You've seen those shirts. People go to the gym, no days off. Well, I'm not an exercise science. I don't have my master's degree like two of my best friends have in that degree, but I've heard that it's important to rest your muscles if you want to see growth. God's kingdom is different. It's not to say we don't work and hustle hard and be passionate about your life if it's just your 9 to 5 or whatever your life is. You have to take time to sharpen your axe.